Hi guys. Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm
exhausted.
smiling. They want to see my teeth, you know what I mean?
Every time.
I'm not laughing.
Okay, fine. Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to our channel. It's BroD&ChaiT.
You wanted to discuss something today?
Oh, the whole topic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Let's just talk about what happened yesterday.
Bro, nah, listen. Listen. You piss me off.
No, it was okay.
You piss me off.
So basically, yeah, he said like we planned to watch I went to his house, and we watched a film, Transformers, which was good.
It's a decent film.
It was a decent
I fell
film.
asleep.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
why
I fell asleep. I'm sorry, it was too much.
That's
it wasn't. But every movie I fall asleep for.
That's why I was like, wait, is this guy sleeping or not? So I was right then when I said.
No, when you asked me, I wasn't sleeping. I just have chinky eyes. But then I fell asleep. And it's weird because I'm one of those people that can reply even if they're like not fully awake.
Oh, yeah, you said that last time. That's weird.
Yeah, when I was in the car.
Yeah. That's how you said it. But we watched a film, yeah. So the plan was that I was actually going to stay in his house because I live
way too far.
Like he lives kind of like far from me, so I was like, okay, cool, fine. And I told him like I'm not gonna go. I told him like I need my pillow.
He's like, I can't sleep
without my pillow.
Like, it's...
So I had to like I took my pillow. So and then we watched a film, and then I was like, okay, so where am I sleeping?
I looked there like, where the fuck do you think, bro? I didn't. You know I don't have 2 beds. What do you think? I'm gonna open up the balcony and go to
I thought, okay, so the couch is like, oh, you're gonna sleep on the couch. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, is anything gonna happen? Like, it's gonna open?
He thought I had a sofa couch, and it was a normal couch. You can't see there was nothing. Where was the button? What are you looking for? He looked around like, is there something I'm missing or? Yeah,
so I was like, wait, am I gonna sleep on that? And then I was like, not this sofa, obviously, like in his house. And the sofa didn't have much space. Like to me,
it's longer than this, and I could sleep on this.
It is longer than this one, yeah, that's true. But it's small. Like I know I wouldn't be able to sleep on that. So
don't chat shit.
No,
listen.
Swear.
Everyone, most people on the planet can sleep on that couch.
No, I don't.
Yes.
No, because I was like to him. So he was like, "Oh, you're gonna sleep on that couch." I'm like, "I'm gonna go home." It was like almost 3 o'clock, yeah, at night, and I'm like, I'm going home.
You drove from your house home at like 3 in the morning. You got home at like what, 5?
Yeah, possibly around that time.
And you could not sleep on a couch?
No, I could not do it.
That's crazy.
Because I know I wouldn't be able to sleep.
I mean, that's all you, but
I left his house out, and now I'm going home. I need to sleep. So like,
you could never sleep rough.
No. Because I know me. If I don't get enough sleep, nobody's allowed to talk to me. No one's allowed to talk to me because I will get onto you for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it will be World War. That's why I needed my sleep.
So let's talk about a hard life. People sleeping rough. You and your pillows.
No, like, I was like, I can't do it. It's not meant for me. Like, I wouldn't be.
I mean, fair enough. But
so I left his house. I was like, no, I'm going to go home.
I could sleep on this couch. I could sleep on the floor.
This couch is bigger than yours.
No, we just established.
Okay, but it's not longer than yours, but it's the width.
The width.
Yeah,
that makes no difference.
Yes,
so long as it's wide enough for you.
I need to be able to like sleep, like turn over on that. Yeah, I'm not just gonna be positioned in a freaking grave mode where like I'm just lying there like that.
But you can still move.
Do you know
just in the same position? You move over, innit?
Nah, I would get really severe bad body pain. I needed my sleep. I'm still sleep deprived right now as we speak.
I mean, fair enough. To be fair, I was working all day, so.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off. We're not getting into this bullshit. I swear, we're not doing it.
No, because I actually done a lot of stuff today. You know.
You went gym.
I woke up in the morning without any sleep. I went to the gym. I came home. I cooked. I cleaned the house.
That's every day I do.
And then what did I do?
Oh, well done.
And then we went to get some drink.
Oh,
that's it. But without any sleep.
Fair enough.
That was like.
But still, without any sleep, you had no responsibility.
What else?
You're telling me if you didn't clean the house,
something
would go wrong. No. You're telling me if you didn't go gym, something would go wrong.
No.
If I didn't go work, what happens? Exactly.
You get fired.
You see?
Yeah, but still,
I
like,
had so much to do today.
fair enough. But that's still the same thing, no?
You did a lot, but I'm just saying, like, nothing you had to do took effort.
We're gonna fight.
We all fight. I'm happy to fight you. You think you big gym man now? Don't make me go gym with you. Swear to God,
I'm
don't
getting
make me
big
come
now,
to you.
though.
You're getting there. You're getting
Yeah,
there.
look.
You're like king one now.
Wow. You said you was gonna talk about something that me being like a dickhead or something. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna tell him a joke. Yeah. Do you want to listen to the joke? No, I was like, no, we should wait until we actually start the podcast.
I'm worried. When anyone says I will tell you a joke,
No, it's
funny.
it's actually
It's always not funny.
It is funny. You're gonna laugh. I could guarantee you're gonna laugh. Okay, so listen to this. Yeah. So I was at the gym. Yeah. I got like 14 kg. Yeah, the dumbbells. I got 14 kg. Yeah. Me just working out like this. Yeah. Going like this. Yeah. You know what? There's some guy who was working out next to me. You know what he said?
What?
He came up to me. He said, "Put them back and go home."
No, that's a violation. That's a violation. Listen, there's no point. Oh, that is a violation. Oh my God. Was he big? Was he massive?
Yeah, he was short, bro. He was like,
home.
he's like,
Nah.
put them back and go home.
What did you say?
I looked at him like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, what? It was so unprovoked.
Hey, that's you must have been like, like, for why?
Okay, so then he proceeded to say, like, he was like, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do it.
Oh, so he helped you?
Yeah, I was like, you could have just done that.
I like instead of
Violate me.
So wait, did he violate you, walk away and come back, or did he just violate you and
He
then start
violated
helping?
me and then he's like, oh, let me show you how to do it.
Did he show you?
Nice, but you could have just done that.
That? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I could never imagine someone doing that to me.
There was people around as well.
Did they hear? Were they laughing too?
No.
Bro, I would cry.
I don't know. I was so embarrassed.
cry.
I was just like, please don't do this.
The thing is, I would cry, but then I would think, like, if it was actually someone,
It
like,
was so-
that's so rude, bro.
It's so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
Imagine you just put it down and went like,
I'm telling you, I felt like dying because there was
Oh.
people that was around as well.
No.
Like, what?
I can't believe
It was so unprovoked. He was
You
like,
must have just been working on this.
yeah, I was just.
You must have been doing it well.
Yeah.
That's me thinking now. You
This
must
was a
have been
couple
doing
of
some
weeks ago
retarded
before
shit.
yeah. Because there's 14 like going like this. I thought, you know what? Then after he showed me actually, I actually done it right, and then my arms were like actually like.
You could feel it.
Yeah, I felt
Well, I mean, the violation helped them.
the violation helped.
Yeah.
That
They
was-
say no pain, no gain.
Bruv, I know.
Yours is emotional, though.
I know that joke would make
That was
anyone
funny.
laugh.
That was funny. Well done. Honestly, I had no hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. No optimism. I thought it was gonna be the worst joke in the world.
Joke, yeah.
Like the one.
Are
said
you
earlier.
alright? No, you're all left. That's funny.
How have you been though?
How I been?
Recently, like how you felt?
It's been weird, you know. I feel like more recently, like I tend to like I was thinking about this as well. Like I feel like I tend to like push myself so hard, as in like all I think about day and night is how to like improve myself, and I'm just like, and sometimes it's just exhausting because I'm like, there's no need for me to be like doing that all the time. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, so long as you're trying to improve yourself against yourself,
Yeah.
as soon as you compare, that's the problem.
No, it's not even comparing. It's like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. I get it. Like I have to do these things. But as soon as I do something wrong as well, it's like then I start
Harding yourself.
Yeah, it's like it's exhausting. And I feel like I kind of got myself into that because like over these couple of months all I've been doing is self-improvement, how to improve myself, or like, you know, doing all these things. So like I feel like just need to take it.
Take a step back.
Yeah, and
Like kind of calm down. Not be as hard as yourself.
yeah.
The thing is, it's just about what you can handle. I say everyone can do things differently.
Yeah.
There's no one way. That's when I see people that like say, oh, you shouldn't do this shit. Nah, whatever works for you. If you're saying you want to be hard on yourself and it's working, like every day you see improvement.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, I do. Like I feel like in some way like my life is like changing for the for the best.
For the better.
For the better, yeah. Yeah, but how have you been?
Oh, you didn't ask me that last time. Crazy. Oh, you realise now?
No,
I didn't know how many episodes it would go until you asked me that.
I did ask you actually.
When?
Did I? Huh? I don't know. Yeah, no. How?
When we went to the Turtle, was it Turtle Bay? Not Turtle Bay. No, Turtle Bay. It was Turtle Bay?
Okay, just what was it?
I know, but we went to the place and the woman said, like, why are you friends with him?
Oh.
Oh.
You know why? It's so funny. This guy's allergic to everything.
Yeah, I know. But you don't have to be an arsehole.
No, like with me, I like to take the piss.
Yeah, but not in front of strangers. They're gonna think you're just an arsehole.
Well, like you can't have an apple.
That's not.
You're allergic to apple.
So that's not my fault.
I like.
You're saying like I was born and chose. You know what? I don't want to be able to eat apples. I want to play this shit on hard. I'm already black. I want to play this shit on hard.
I like to take the piss.
Yeah, I know. It's just she pissed. She was mad.
No, she was flirting with me. You know, she was flirting.
I think she actually kind of liked you.
Yeah. Anyways, how have you been?
I got a lot of allergies.
Don't do that because it's gonna make noise.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
They're gone.
No, good. I mean, bro, working 20% working.
Yeah,
so
you.
I do this. I work so much. Well, am I like 60?
I did ask you last time how you was, and you said I was working. I remember.
Oh
Yeah, you was like I was working.
You were thinking hard about that. You're like, was I actually?
No, because it's like I just had a deja vu because you said the same thing last time.
I said the same thing.
Like
to be fair, people probably don't ask me because I say the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
How you been? Working.
Working, yeah. No, okay. I'll pop like mentally. How have you been?
Very good.
Wow.
Very
okay. Some of us are struggling.
Some of us are I was ready with that one.
Alright.
Oh, that was funny, man. Hey, well done. I'm sorry, that was good, man. That was good. Well done, well done. Well done, thank you. I needed that.
Gang. Every time I say gang, this guy hates it.
You say it twice. You say gang gang.
Gang gang. Anyways, bro.
Yes,
listen. I know, like, we joke around, like, a lot of time. Like, we do.
Yeah, we vibe.
But that, I feel like that's not... I feel like that's just part of ourselves that we should... Us, yeah. There's
like we joke a lot, but then there's the other side to us. Where
yeah, there's other side that you know that we don't really show.
Yeah. You know, I don't think you should show.
No, you shouldn't. No, but then like you could share your experience with people,
for sure,
so that you can advise people or like people that's going through the same thing. That you know that might help them as well.
Of course.
So like,
that's what this is about, yeah.
Today is about we're gonna be talking about depression. As far as I know, you've suffered from depression. I've suffered from depression, and I just want to like why you laughing?
Because you were smiling. So as far as I know, you fucking know it. It's like you met me tomorrow, like yesterday, bro. As far as I know, you had some hard times.
No, I know he's suffered.
Yeah.
Like,
we both had some crazy stories.
Oh, it's mad because it's mad because like we joke about and it's like it doesn't seem like we've been through that kind of stuff.
I feel like we both have gone through it and we dealt it almost the same way.
Where
we kind of have that jokey mindset.
Yeah.
Trying
do you know
to
what
find
it is? Do you know
fun alive?
Do you know what it is? I feel like most of the times, like even though it's a situation where like we shouldn't laugh, but we do it anyways because it's a trauma response.
Oh.
You make like joke out of something that's serious because that's how you handle it.
Yeah.
Out like in certain situations, it's a trauma response that you know we do in situations.
Recently, I realized like when something's like really trauma, like really hard, sometimes I like smile and I catch myself. I'm like, why am I smiling today? And I realize my response is laughter.
Right.
Just because then it lightens the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like we try to like if it's a situation where like there's other people around as well, like we try not to make them feel like that as well.
We don't want others to feel
the way we do. Does that make sense? So we make jokes out of it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's like emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Because people do it completely differently.
Differently, yeah.
And there's people that will say that the way we handle it is bad. Oh, you shouldn't laugh at that. It's like, no.
No.
It depends on how you deal with it. It's calm.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, just looking at the lights.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like that sounds
Cool. I mean, tell me what we're gonna start with. In terms
so we're just gonna be talking. So we're just gonna ask each other questions like how we've handled it, or like what to do, and like that kind of stuff. So I want you to tell me like how did you deal with your depression? Like
the thing is, me dealing with my depression isn't something I would teach anyone or tell anyone to do.
Right.
Because mine was very, very isolated, lonely, and doing it on my own.
But that made you the person you are.
It's because now I'm so reliant on myself, and it's like that's back myself. So 100%.
So that's the stage that you want to get to, where you can rely on yourself and like.
True, but no, I want to rely on others because that's one thing I hate about myself.
Oh, you don't rely on other people.
I don't rely on other people.
But then again,
I don't trust other people.
Then again, like given life experience, like from my experience, it's like the best thing that you can do is rely on yourself, because there's people that would let you down, and that would give you even more impact on your mental health. So like I say, it's a good thing that you rely on yourself to like, because like then you like. From my experience, I feel like if you rely on someone else, then they let you down, then that has a negative impact on your mental health. Then you start seeing things even more differently. Whereas if you deal with your problems on your own, like if you don't rely on other people, you won't have that impact on your mental health by someone else.
But the reason I say I wouldn't say this to anyone is because I've realised quite recently, say in the last 3-4 years, humans are we're animals, yeah?
Animals, yeah.
People always trying to argue that we're animals. We're a social breed. We're supposed to socialize. And we're also supposed to rely on people. So if you get that isolated, it's crazy, because when I was that isolated, bro, I didn't rely on no one. It's crazy. And it's not a great mindset to have, because as you go older and you get into like, say, the business side or the work world, you realize that relying on people is a necessity.
Okay, so I get your point. I feel like what you're trying to say is that you should be able to rely on people, but I agree on that as well. But I'm also trying to put in, like, you should only rely on people that would have your back 110%.
For sure.
If you don't have, why have you gone so dark?
Am I dark?
No, you look good. Like, if you don't have the 110% kind of people around you, then don't do it.
Don't rely on them.
Don't rely on them.
100%, yeah. 100%.
Don't rely on them.
That makes sense, yeah.
That's the point. But yeah, you're right. In like, you should be able to rely on people where you could open up to people, you could talk to people. Like, for example, when I was going through, whatever I was going through, I came to you, like, I kind of relied on you, like, what I was going through, and me talking to you, it did help. So, like, that extent, yeah, I get it. Like, you should be.
And there's certain people you can do that with. What I would actually recommend some people do, if they're really going through something and they're like, listen, I can't rely on anyone with this. Tell people the small stuff first.
Don't tell anyone. You know what you should do? Okay, sorry.
No, because
we have. Okay, so I've experienced things differently. You've experienced it. I'm telling you from my experience. If you feel like you can't share your things with anyone just because you can't trust anyone or you don't have anyone, the best thing to do is like write down what you're going through.
Yeah.
It's like basically.
I'm not a writer, so maybe that will work.
Yeah. Trust me. Like, I've done it as well. I've done it myself. Where I had nobody to talk to, I would write down things, and then it just felt like a release of like the tension. Like, I won't be able to describe the feeling that I had when I did write things down. It's so weird, yeah. Like, like I never thought that I would go through something and write down things on like, piece of paper or whatever. Because to me, if you was to tell me that like 10 years ago, I'd fuck off. Like, don't.
Honestly, you saying that now, I would never do that.
Do that, yeah.
No, I'd never do that.
But
I'll probably do. To be fair, I'm not really a writer, so I'll probably do a video.
Video.
Yeah.
I done that too.
Or a voice note.
No,
That's how I quit smoking.
Did you?
Yeah. sent myself a voice note when I was really sick. I think I had COVID.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, just quit smoking. That day, never had a cigarette.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, write things down. Writing the things down. If you can't trust anyone, then you should write things down.
But no, what I was trying to say in the trust sense is that because it's beautiful when you can actually trust someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having that feeling of love and trust with someone is crazy. Like someone that you can rely on, that you can go to whenever you're feeling down. It's a really, really beautiful moment.
No, I wanted to ask you, like, sorry.
Come.
I want to ask you, like, the depression, like, what
was how did I deal with it?
No, like, I kind of understood how you dealt with it, like.
But to be fair, I did say that I did isolate myself, but I did honestly have a really, really good friend, and she helped me out through a lot of it.
Things,
She was honestly during that point, even though I don't speak to her now, honestly, I'll always thank her for getting me through that, and I'll leave it there.
I think I would always thank you as well for getting me through that stage.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I was in it.
Because I felt bad because I was working.
No,
like you were there, but I was working.
The fact that I went to his house, I messaged him. Bear in mind, guys, like I have not spoken to him for like
2-3
years. And
like
the last time we met was like with Danny and that, like almost a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then and then I messaged him. I was like I'm going through it. And the first thing this guy said was, "Come to my house." I was like,
just come.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like
that's the first thing I say to people. If you're really going through something, face to face is the only way you can solve it.
So I went to his house. Like since then, like I've been like around you a lot of times.
Yeah. And you've improved. I've seen stages of you improving.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And it's like I felt like I didn't really need to do much.
Yeah.
The first day when I saw you,
yeah,
I saw it getting better without me even doing much. You just needed someone.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like you just needed someone that cared.
It's the fact that you was actually listening and you was like giving me advice and it was just like it just felt like I actually have
someone to actually talk to.
Yeah, it felt really good. And since then I've always like been talking to you about it actually, like whenever I needed to.
Yeah, anytime. Bro.
Yeah, anytime. And like I would go to his house or whatever. But yeah, 100%.
How did you do it?
How did I do it?
So before me, because you also had something before
me. I think with me and depression and anxiety and all of that stuff, I've had it throughout my life. Like,
do you have anxiety as well?
I do have anxiety, yeah. So how
social?
I will make another podcast. We will talk about anxiety. Yeah.
Okay.
So this episode is all about depression.
Okay.
So how did I deal with it? I think the way I deal with it, it's like I know when I'm having my depressive like episodes. Like because I've had it for like throughout my life, so I know when that season of depression is coming and like
it waves for you. Completely different.
It depends, like when I'm triggered or like if something traumatic is going through, like I'm going through something traumatic, so it will trigger it for me to go into that episode of being depressed. It just depends how well I deal with it. Like for example, like a couple of weeks ago, even before that, do you know what? I've been depressed for a very long time, and very, very long time, and I didn't know how to. I did, but like, I think the way I do it with it is like I kind of research. So the more I research about depression, the more answers I get that I need in order for me to like understand like what I'm going through, and like the more information I feed to my brain, the more it connects the dots for me to be like, okay, like I'm feeling like this because of that reason, or like this is why I'm feeling like this.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, that's
nowhere near what I do.
Yeah, like this is that's what I do. So then I would allow myself to go through whatever I'm going through. Like I'd be probably in bed for like days where like I wouldn't do anything, or like I wouldn't even eat anything. I'd be very skinny.
Okay.
Like it was like, and then like I allow myself that time to be like that. So like, okay, I'm going through this now, let me go through it, and when I do pick myself back up, that's when before I do pick myself back up, I would actually like watch videos how to like like not to feel like that, or like why do I feel like this, or like, so I'll connect little dots together, and then I would pick myself back up again and get back in the game again and do what I need to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That, bro, honestly, I'd never thought of that.
Yeah.
I would never thought of searching like, why do I feel like that?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've always thought about a solution. So like,
yeah,
I'm depressed because of this, so I need to fix this.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah. So like, it's also coming up with solutions where like, okay, like, it's like, okay, so I'm like this now. Like, this is the thing that I tell myself. Okay, I'm like this now. Do I want to be like this forever, or like, do I want to be in this thing that I'm going through? Yeah, like I don't want to go. I don't want to be in that, like being stuck in that moment. So coming up with a solution. How am I going to actually fix the problem as well? So like me, like, you know, watching other people go through the same thing, like, you know, how they, you know, they would go to the gym, or like, you know, do little things that would, like, you know, like slowly get them out from that stage of being depressed. And that's how I kind of like deal with it.
Gym is a big one for me.
Gym
is a big one.
Good. What was that thing?
You said how you got through it.
Yeah, that's how I get through it.
Yeah. I never thought about that search and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I would always think about
do you know
the future.
What?
I'm always straight in the future.
Like, yeah, that too. I feel like also like it's like giving. I feel like depression itself, like for most people, for me as well, it's like I think you get to that stage when you certain people. I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone, but like I feel like sometimes you feel depressed because you have no purpose.
Oh, fair enough.
Because like your brain is like, because we've us being human beings, you know, like we've always done stuff in you know 100 years ago, like we've always, you know, like this is gonna sound wild, but like we was hunting, like we was doing things, and we've always, you know, like what was the next meal, there was always something that we was going after, you know.
It's now because you can press a button and get someone to deliver food to you.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas now it's like, okay, like what do I do the next day? You know? Whereas back in the days they were thinking, how am I gonna hunt this next food? Do you know what I mean? So like I feel like if you don't have a purpose in life, that would make you even more depressed, because your brain is like, okay, like what am I working towards? Like, you know, and that's like, okay, so the feeling of depression for me was like feeling like empty, like it's like no matter, like if someone was to give me the world, it wouldn't make me happy. I would still be sad and depressed. I'd still feel empty. Like that, that's how depression was for me. Like feeling like nothing in this world could make me happy. Nothing.
Oh,
but the thing is, yeah, when you go through that episode of nothing's gonna make you happy, just know that those feelings won't last. Those feelings will go away. You will have new feelings. You would actually enjoy life. You would actually enjoy the little things that you do. Because I've done it. I felt like nothing could make me happy. Felt so empty. But then, as you know, as the day go by, you do actually enjoy life. You do actually, as long as you put that hard work, that, you know, that effort, and getting yourself from out from that situation, that's when you will actually start enjoying it as well. Like the things that you never thought that you'd be able to do, or like feel, or like even feeling of happiness. Because when you when I was going through that depressive, like feeling like nothing could make me happy, but then it's like when I got myself out from that situation slowly, it's like, oh shit, like I
think to be happy for.
Yeah, you can be happy. You know, it's just the episode that you're going through. Just let it run. As long as you help yourself, basically.
You have to help yourself.
You have to help. You need to help yourself. Yeah, and yeah, I feel like it's like having.
Cool. It's crazy because when you talk about stuff like that, it makes me think that honestly, I don't know if I was depressed or not.
Really?
Yeah. When you said all of that stuff, I was thinking like, I know depression is a like spectrum, but from what you're saying, it's like I had none of that. I never thought of that. I know it was depression, but maybe I was just in a shitty situation.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's mad, yeah. Because, yeah, when people, like, when I was going through that, like, you know, still going through, no, I think I'm in a really good place now. Like, I do have my, like, low days. I do have those days. But, like, I'm in a really good place now. But there are days where, like, I was not able to do anything. There's, like, there'll be mess all over the house. Like, I'm just like, no, I just don't have the energy. As soon as you wake up, you already feel exhausted. It's like,
I get you.
Like, why do I feel exhausted? I haven't even done anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, So like
that you don't want to continue.
yeah. It's like life is not worth living when you have depression.
How should we go on to that in the sense of if someone's feeling like that?
Yeah.
What
How
should
to
they
help
do?
you? Should I mean, like as I said, when you do feel like that, the best thing you can do is like plan out like how you're gonna take yourself out from that situation. Like for me, it was researching like what is depression, like why do I feel like this. There's like obviously
If you could go back at the worst point you were at,
yeah,
what would you do right now?
what I would do, I would plan out like what I wanted to do, as in like I would first of all like, but it's so easy for me to say that now because if people
It's
listen,
hindsight,
yeah, like because if people watch these and they're like, what, like what are we talking about? Like what I would do is like,
no, because if they can see, think about it, if they're in the position you are now, they want to see how they will be in say 2 months, 3 months time when they're not feeling like this.
feeling like
they want to be at that point. So if they
first thing
can envision themselves at that point, then maybe it would help.
I think the first thing that you need to do is like I said, I feel like coming up with a solution. Like solution. Come up with a solution. It's like, why are you in that place? But then again, like
not cause. That's a cause. Why are you in that place?
Like that's a cause. Yeah.
A solution would be like, how are you going to get out of this, or what's next?
Okay, for me, it's like as okay. It's very like hard to explain because it's like when you're in that, like when you're feeling.
Just for you.
Okay, so when I was feeling like that, it's like I had to let that feeling, like I had to feel what I was going through. So feel it. I gave myself a week or two when I was going through that, okay, really hard, difficult situation. It's like I needed to feel that depression or like feel the feelings that I was going through, like not understand it, but like, and then gave myself 2 weeks, max 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm not going to be in this position that I am right now because I don't want to live my life like that. So then I would come up with a solution like, okay, I'm going to go gym. I'm going to focus on my dream and what I want to achieve and how I'm going to achieve it and what I'm going to do so that I'm not in this position like right now. How am I going to be happy? Those are the things that I wrote down. And like, if you can write it down, but it's the answers, it's not going to be there for you right there. Does that make sense? Like, okay, so the first thing is like, okay, now I'm going gym. That going to the gym alone is got me that bit of happiness. Like, don't go to the gym for a week and be like, where is my happiness? Like, no, you need to actually go gym for like weeks and then slowly that helps, that mental strength you get, you start feeling good about yourself and then like, you're like in a better place, like you feel much happier as well. That's what I felt like. And then like in terms of like what you want to do, like, you know, achieving your goals or whatever, let me give you that situation right now, like what I'm doing now, because a couple of weeks ago I was very depressed and felt the emotion that I needed to feel. And then I joined the gym, you know, going to the gym, and then I started doing, you know, the YouTube videos. I started like working on my like, you know, actual work, you know, the 9 to 5 work that I have. And then I also applied for another job, which I got, like I'm going to be starting in a week. And then like, you know, then keeping myself busy with like editing and like, you know, going to the gym and like all these things, that's actually making me happy now. Like, you know, I've found solution to the problems and like, you know, I'm coming up with solution and I'm actually helping myself. Like those are the things, because
whilst you're where you are now, are you still thinking about what made you depressed before?
Yeah. Wouldn't you have your like days where like, you know, you have the days where like you feel like absolute shit.
And those days now, how do you handle it?
How do I handle it? I just get back up and like
continue.
Just
know that it's gonna
basically, the best way to handle it is that you tell yourself that it's okay to feel like that. You will have days like that. You will feel like that. You can't expect life to be like on a straight line of happiness. There would be like, you know, waves of happiness, then like, you know, you feel sad. It's just part of life. That's just how I see it now.
So a couple of things I want to say in the sense of what you said there, because everything you said there, I would say a lot of people should do.
Yeah.
But even take just a step back. Gym isn't like the solution. That's what you did.
Yeah.
But even just doing something, So for me, it's like if you wake up and you are, say, depressed, maybe plan a day where, fine, you wake up, get off the phone. I say the phone is one of the worst things in the world.
The phone is that's, you're so right on that, because the phone does make you feel like that's just life. Does that make sense? That's all that is.
Because I would say distraction is a good thing.
Yeah.
For us, it's working. Working is a distraction. But when
yeah.
you're on your phone, say TikTok, it's also a distraction, but it's not really doing anything. All it is distracting you from the problem you have. And as soon as you get bored of it, like, was it dopamine? That stops, then you go straight back to depression.
Yeah.
But if you're outside, you're going to have to walk because you're outside.
And I feel like
standing there.
Yeah, I feel like I forgot to mention that cutting out bad habits as well.
They're very hard to do.
It's hard to do, but you have to do it. If you don't want to feel depressed, then you'd have to do it. I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna sound a bit harsh, but if you don't want to feel depressed, then you need to put that work in. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's a book I read. It's called Atomic Habits. Very good book.
I've heard of that actually. Someone told me about that book. Yeah.
Do you have a question?
Huh?
Do you have more questions?
This is carried away talking.
Yeah. That was the first question. Yeah, I can feel that you are passionate about this though. Because one, you want to help, and two, you went through it.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Doesn't matter.
Like, those are
because
things.
It's passion. It's when you really want to express yourself something. It's hard to put in words. Sometimes. So people can relate even by you just saying something about it and opening, I guess.
Some of the questions we've actually spoken about.
Anything we haven't?
Wait.
Best thing, because the thing is, everyone's different, right?
Yeah. You
can treat people differently. The best thing you can do is just make sure that they know you're there.
Yeah.
Just check up on them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just need that message.
Yeah.
Like, you okay? Sometimes that's crazy, you know.
Because when you send me messages like, "Are you okay, bro?" I'm like, it actually makes me feel
it does something to you. Even if they don't reply for a while, a couple of days. It's like someone just messaged me to find out if I'm alright.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you remember that time I called you? I'm like, because normally you reply back to my messages. Yeah?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Like normally I asked him like, "Are you okay?" And like he didn't reply for all day, almost all day, few hours. And I was like, I got worried. I'm like, shit.
You called me.
Yeah, I was like, is this guy okay?
What was I doing? I was doing something. Was I sleeping?
Yeah, you were sleeping. I was like, bro, like I called him. I was like, "Are you okay?" Like, you didn't reply back to my message because I got worried. I'm like, because I know this guy you live alone.
I lived alone, and the thing is, there was a good 4 years of my life where if I died, they wouldn't find me for a few months. A few months they would not find me.
You know why? Because in my head, I'm in that same situation where like I live alone too, and if people don't check up on me, I'll be no one would know I'm dead.
Literally, my work would just send me my notice.
Literally, that's it. That's why I called him. I'm like, "Are you okay, bro?" Like, you didn't reply. He's like, "Oh."
No, that was nice, bro. Because for real, if I died, it's over for me.
Yeah. So like, just checking up on like the people.
Yeah, I'd say checking up. It's difficult because if you're going through depression, sometimes thinking of others also. Because one thing I hate about myself is that I do not think about others when I'm going through it.
Yeah.
It's sad because it's like there's a few people
that can help
that I've been friends with that I haven't checked up on. I realise that shit, they were actually good, and like I didn't check up on them.
100%. I mean, I would say it's the same thing. Like check up on them. Make sure that they can talk to you, or like make that safe environment.
Just listen.
Yeah, just listen. And
most people that go through it just want to talk.
Yeah. 100%. That's true. And you just never know, like how much that can help that person.
And even if they don't want to talk, doing something that you normally do with them, like being something that happens normally. Like, say for example, your friend's going through it, but every weekend you go get a beer. Go get the beer. Because they're used to it. It will be something that they see as comfort. Yeah. Comfort zone. I don't think anyone can be depressed when they're comfortable. Right now. Yeah. It's like, how can you get a diagnosis in 5 minutes? How? Do you know how many times I've been prescribed the wrong things? Don't do that. What? Where do you go? You did not go to the Caribbean Islands there, brother. You don't be doing that bullshit. Wow.
On the clock.
I know, kill yourself.
But yeah. I think I think
went through a lot there. I mean, we didn't go specifics, but it's more so. I hope that
it
it's
helped. I think
it's broad, but I hope that like it does.
It's
something you can think about. This might even be something you could like watch.
Yeah.
Like, even when you get say, you could watch this and be like, "Hey, I was cool here, but I can still talk about it."
Talk about it, yeah. I think that's all I have.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did alright. More serious, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, it's not so much joke. Ha ha ha. It's not.
Oh, no.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why you do that. You always end it like this. This is where the social is like.
I know. Do you know what? I have really bad social anxiety.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I've got really bad social. But then again,
I don't see it. I feel like it happens when you're around people you really don't
know. Yeah.
It was like with that guy at the where was he? It wasn't Turtle Bay.
Which guy?
In Hammersmith. What's it called?
What was he doing?
When we were eating the food for my sister's swim.
It is Turtle Bay.
It's Turtle Bay,
yeah?
Oh, we went Turtle Bay. And you and that guy, because it was all three of us. And then my uncle came. So then I was chatting to him, and you two did not get along at all.
Not get along, we just didn't chat. I was like, what do I...
You got along a little bit, but then you had nothing to talk about. Because us three had good
We're checking our emails.
Hey, listen, when you told me that you looked over and you saw Gmail twice, I was like, nah. Are you both scrolling on Gmail?
Yes. Do you know why I feel like... Do you know why I feel like I got social anxiety? It's like, okay, like, what do I do now? Like, do I keep these people entertained? Or, like, do I just not do anything? Do I say anything?
I'm the same as you, but it's like, if I'm around, if there's one person I know, I should be okay.
Yeah, that's like me as well.
Because then at least I can say, because you know what I'm worried about? Saying a joke that's a bit too much.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about my jokes.
Yeah, your jokes are kind of
on the edge in it.
Yeah.
Cancellation.
But yeah, guys, I think that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one, even though it wasn't jokey. It was just more so serious.
Serious. I think we'll make videos like that more often now.
Can do.
We've got, but yeah, obviously we've got like a lot of topics that we do enjoy talking. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to subscribe and like and comment. Why are you looking at me like that?
You did wrong. Keep going.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just subscribe it.
Subscribe, bro. What are you doing? Like,
I know.
No, okay, yeah, that's super. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank it, gang.
Right,
I'm gonna stop now. I should just stop.
I like that video.